Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Out of the gun, Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, it's Smith. That's caught right side by Anderson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On second down, here's Yeldon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing on third down, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The numbers for Yeldon on the ground last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
On second down, here's Smith. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They snap it to Smith, and he gets it to Funchess complete. 7 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Cleveland first. Now a handoff to Yeldon, and not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Smith now on second down. Flush to his right. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go! Brand 38!
They go play action here on first down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Parker looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he is knocked down from the side at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. So, this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, Parker. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. To throw is Parker, operating from the gun toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now Parker on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They go back to the ground with McCoy. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 2nd and 10. Smith again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now it's Smith. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's
true. You got to stay with it.
That's true. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Parker now on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. T.J. Yeldon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
He's got it with the 15. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 60 yards. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. It's complete. Fleener, right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Parker. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
T.J. Yeldon working his way back out onto the field. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. On 2nd and 10, Smith. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Parker to throw on 2nd down. Fights off the defender. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's go. 38.
Here's Parker. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Parker throwing on 3rd and long. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement, so now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he takes us down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So that's their third trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals.
Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They begin with a run by Yeldon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. On third down, Yeldon, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. On first and 10, Smith. Caught left side by Funchess. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Here's a give to Yeldon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. Open space inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to... And he takes this one in for a Brown score. DeAndre Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again, it's McCoy. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go!
Looking to throw. Parker. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw on second down is Smith. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Smith. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Looking for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Anderson Dejo.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Parker now. Throwing on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And the tight end has it, Fleener. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
Parker to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Parker on 1st down. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Parker on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's McCoy. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Parker. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw. Parker. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Again, it's Yeldon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Throwing now, Smith. Flushed out right. And some space here. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Smith. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devin Funchess with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Justin Houston. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
Parker now to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Parker. Off play action. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DeAndre Hopkins, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now T.J. Yeldon. And an alley to Rob. T.J. Yeldon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.J. Yeldon with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge. It's almost
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, they'll step aside. To throw is Parker. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Now Parker throwing on 3rd and long. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Smith going to throw it. And it's caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take